it's Verse, and today I have a quick announcement I want to make. I'm going to be hosting a read-along from May to August. So, some of you may be familiar with the Octavia E. Butler slow read, created by Jerry of Onyx Pages and co-hosted by Tati of Musical Tati and Isis of Sista Sci-Fi. I will include their link in the description box below. But basically, the goal of the slow read was to read one Octavia Butler book about every 2 months or so and have regular sprints and discussions about it. And I really like that format, and I thought it would be fun to apply it to a series I've been meaning to read for a while, which is the modern fantasy classic, The Broken Earth Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. For those who haven't heard of the Broken Earth Trilogy before, this trilogy, every book in this trilogy won a Hugo Award. I believe N.K. Jemisin is the only author to have that honor. And it is an adult fantasy set in a world called the Stillness, where there are a group of people called Origines who have the ability to create or disrupt seismic activity. The general populace is very scared of them, and their subjugation is kind of integral to the world of the Stillness, and it's about some Origines who question that and try to create a new social order. I love this series. It is so amazing. There's just so many layers to the story, and I'm really excited to reread it. So, in terms of how this is going to work, I have some wonderful co-hosts who are going to help me with sprints and stuff, and those co-hosts are Sherry of Obsidian Texts and Tangents, Angela of Literature Science Alliance, Sophia of Fantasy Book Addict, Caleb of Caleb Jackson, Ari of Bora Queer Reads, Neeks of Neeks, and Lucy of Lucy Reads. So in terms of how the read-along is going to be paced, the goal is to read about 100 pages a week, and the Saturday at the end of each week of the read-along, there will be a few hours long of sprints and discussion on my channel or on one of the co-host channels, and we're just going to kind of, work our way through the book and talk about what we think of it so far. And then once we finish a book, I'm going to take about like a week-long break where I won't be doing sprints or anything like that, and then we'll get into the next book. So in terms of what are we reading when, for people who maybe have read one book in the trilogy and want to finish up with us, for people who might want to skip around, we're reading the 5th season from May to June 12th. We're reading the Obelisk Gate from June to July 17th. And then we're reading The Stone Sky from July to August 21st. And in terms of like, what are sprints going to look like? What are the lives going to look like? The goal is to do like sprints for like the first hour or so of discussion and then actually get into the book. For in terms of like what's happening on my channel on Saturdays, I'm doing lives either at 2 p.m. EST or 7 p.m. EST. The end discussions like of the final chapters of the book are always going to be at 2 EST because that just seems to be a time when most people are going to be able to watch and participate. And then I just kind of like alternated every other for the other discussions. I'm going to post like a graphic with the actual dates and stuff and who's going to be on the lives, so that's easier to keep track of. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now with this. So in terms of like when's the first discussion for the read along, it's going to be May 15th, 2 p.m. EST. We're reading chapters 1 to 5 of the 5th season. Discussion's going to be over on Neeks' channel. Editing Chloe here. I'm going to include graphics at the end of the video listing dates and times for the Saturday lives. That will be mostly happening on my channel. In terms of like other ways to connect and talk, if you like can't make all the lives or you just want to talk more one-on-one more frequently, there is a Discord that I created that I will link in the description box below. I think people are having some issues with it on mobile, but it seemed to work fine for people who were using a laptop or desktop computer. So the way the Discord is set up is pretty simple. Once you enter the Discord, you're not going to be able to access any channels besides the rules channel and the introductions channel. You're going to want to go to the rules channel, read the rules, make sure you understand the parameters of the Discord. And then once you've read the rules, you're going to go to the introductions channel and just introduce yourself. What's your name, what pronouns do you like to use, and why are you joining? It's just going to be interesting to see, who is this their first time reading this series, how'd they hear about N.K. Jemisin, if you're rereading it. And when you post your introduction, I'm assuming that you've read the rules and that you're agreeing to the rules. And once that happens, I will grant you access to the rest of the server. There are going to be like general topic channels. So for things like fan art, if you're hosting sprints that you want to tell people about, if you found some cool interviews about the series, things like that. And then there's going to be like spoiler channels for each like section that we're reading. And then there's going to be like non-spoiler channels for the book overall. So, just please, if you're posting like memes or fan art or anything, just be mindful that you're not putting spoiler content in like the general channels, put it in the spoiler content channels. So that's all. Excited to do this. I'm excited to reread the series and get a chance to talk about it with more people. I'm thinking of some ways to keep the lives fun and upbeat. I do like to do like little games and stuff for book clubs that I host, and I'm trying to think up some fun ways to incorporate games or something in the Discord or just in the lives to keep it fun, change things up a little. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions or if you're having issues getting into the Discord or something, please comment down below and I'll get to that. If you're interested, I hope you join us. Have a good rest of your weekend. Goodbye.